So it's that time of the evening where we ask our guest to perform. And it's Ben Robertson, who's a fantastic guitarist. He's been to the club a few times before. I know he came to do a joint evening with Keith Price a few years ago. And if I'm not wrong, did you support Whiz Jones when he came down to the club?
I did, yes.
Yeah, that
was quite a long time ago now. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great night.
Yeah.
But, really looking forward to tonight. So over to Ben to perform for you this evening.
Thank you very much, Steve. Thank you. Yeah, hello. Lovely to see you all, and lovely to see and hear so many familiar faces as well. So I'm going to do about 35 minutes now, and I think a little short bit later on towards the at the end of the night as well. So can you all hear me all right? Yeah. Yeah, I've got thumbs up. Good. Had a bit of fun and games last night. I plugged all my kit in that I've been using for years, absolutely fine, without fault, and 3 out of the 4 channels had stopped working. So I've had to do a bit of improvisation, but I think we should be all alright. So anyway, I'll get on with it. I'll start off with it's a set of tunes. They're all Morris type tunes. The first one is called Mr. Pickering of Holkin, and Holkin is the village that I live about 5 minutes from. It's just over there. And that was a song that was transcribed from the singing from the memory of this guy called Mr. Pickering a long time ago, and he remembered the tune being danced to by the Baggeth Morris men when they came up to Holkin to dance out over 100 years ago now. And then the second two are your sort of standard English Morris dance tunes, really. Peace and Plenty and Old Tom of Oxford. So. So, yes, a few dance tunes to start off with. I'm going to do a song now, once I've caught my breath slightly. It's a song that was written by Sandy Denny, and first recorded by, I think, her and Richard Thompson with Fairport. And it's obviously one that almost everyone here will know. So I think the story was written about Mary, Queen of Scots, and her imprisonment in Fotheringay Castle in a tower in the days or weeks, I guess, leading up to her execution. So it's a nice, cheery one. So this is Fotheringay. She has gazed from castle windows o'er, and watched the daylight passing within her captive walls, with no one to heed her call. The evening hour is fading within the dwindling sun, and in a lonely moment those embers will be gone, and the last of all the young birds flown. Her days of precious freedom forfeited long before, to live such fruitless years behind a guarded door. But those days can last no more. At this hour, she will be far away, much farther than these islands, or the lonely Fotheringay. Thank you very much. So, this next tune is one that I first sort of fell in love with when I was first getting into various like Scandi folk music. So, people like Nordic Fiddler's Block and Danish string quartets and all sorts of cracking bands. And I came across this one, and I think it was a arrangement by the Nordic Fiddlers Block. It's a tune written by Anlaug Borsheim, who's a Norwegian composer and hardanger fiddle player, amongst other things. For anyone that doesn't know, the hardanger fiddle that this tune was written for, the hardanger fiddle is an instrument like a violin, but it has, as well as the 4 main strings that you actually play, it has various amounts of other strings underneath, which just resonate in sympathy with whatever you're playing. So it has a really nice ghostly sound. And if I had one, I'd play it for you on that, but I don't, so I'm doing it on a guitar instead. So the tune's called Fjellvak, and I probably haven't pronounced it right, but the English translation is mountain bird. But I think it's actually a type of mountain bird rather than just, the literal translation. Anyway, this is Fjellvak. Thank you very much. So yeah, it's a tune that I really love, and I'd recommend that you go and listen to some of the music of the composer as well, Anlaug Borsheim. Although actually, if you want to know how to spell that, I'll have to put it in the chat later. I'm going to do a song now, keeping with the sort of northern theme. This was written by Dougie MacLean. And it's an interesting song. It's not one of his kind of one of the ones that everyone knows, like Caledonia or anything. But it's I think it's a really interesting account of possibly himself. I don't know, a young lad, sort of feeling freaked out by the world and how scary and horrible it can all be, and specifically how angry young men can be quite scary. But then so the verses are like about that, and then in the chorus it goes back to how he finds solace in this amazing girl he has in his life. So yeah, it's a kind of a lovely song, or it's kind of like happy and sad. So it's called High Flying Seagull. Tired and troubled times, it's easy to feel afraid, and the angry young man and the castles that he's made. In these long and empty days, it's easy to feel the fool, and the angry young man, he'll break every rule. She comes to me like a high flying seagull. She comes to me like an eagle. She comes like a swan. Tired and troubled times, it's easy to feel alone, and the angry young man does not know where he's going. In these long and empty days, he'll pull the curtain down, and the angry young man, well, he spins round and round. She comes to me like a high flying seagull. She comes to me like an eagle. She comes like a swan. these tired and troubled times, it's easy to feel confused, and the angry young man, no, he will not be abused. In these long and empty days, he's gonna get it right. And the angry young man, well, he's learned how to fight. She comes to me like a high flying seagull. She comes to me like an eagle. She comes like a swan. I'm just gonna let my hands recover slightly. I bloody hate doing B chords. Yeah, I've been playing since I was in the start of primary school, and I still hate doing bar chords. Yeah, right. So I'm gonna do another jolly tune now to wake everyone up. If anyone's wondering what I'm doing, by the way, periodically throughout the gig, it's 2,000 grit wet and dry emery cloth from your local hardware store, for the old nails. Best stuff you can get. But then my old guitar teacher used to use the stuff they used to polish the jet fighter windscreen, so I think there's probably further to go, I guess, if you want to. Anyway, I'll shut up and do a tune. This is another. Well, I've always thought of it as a Morris tune, but I was told when I played it at the Raven Folk Club a couple of weeks ago by Nick Mitchell that it was written by Tulach O'Carolan, the famous Irish harper. So, I mean, it's definitely danced to now in the Morris world. So I guess that's how things can change. Yeah, so it's called The Princess Royal.
G treat because it's 11:30.
Thank you. Yeah, have a bit of a love-hate relationship with that tune. It's a good tune, but I've it's kind of self-inflicted because I arranged it, but it's really bloody hard to play. But yeah, it's been a bit of a lockdown project. So yes, right. What am I doing? Doing a song. So this is originally written by Leon Rosselson, a fantastic songwriter, but I actually heard it off a Dick Gaughan album to begin with, so I heard his version, then went and found the Leon Rosselson version, and then did something completely different to both of them, which I hope they don't mind. They both do it in a major key, and I thought it might be interesting in a minor key. And kind of picked rather than strummed. So it's a really good song. I mean, I won't say too much because it's all in the song, but it's a wonderful history lesson. It's called "The World Turned Upside Down." In 1649, St. George's Hill, a ragged band they called the Diggers came to show the people's will. They defied the landlords, they defied the law. They were the dispossessed, reclaiming what was theirs. We come in peace, they said, to dig and sow. We come to work the land in common and to make the wasteland grow. This earth divided we will make whole, so it'll be a common treasury for all. The sin of property we do disdain. No man has any right to buy or sell the earth for private gain. By theft and murder they stole the land. Now everywhere the walls rise up at their command. They make the laws to serve them well. The clergy dazzle us with heaven, or they damn us down to hell. We will not worship the God they serve, the God of greed who feeds the rich while poor men starve. We work, we eat together, we need no swords. We will not bow to masters or pay rent to the lords. We are free men, though we are poor. You diggers all stand up for glory, stand up now. From the men of property the orders came. They sent the hired men and troopers to wipe out the diggers' claim, tear down their cottages, destroy their corn. They were dispersed, but still the vision carries on. You poor take courage, you rich take care. This earth was made a common treasury for everyone to share. All things in common, all people one. We come in peace, the order came to cut them down.
Fabulous.
Just reading some of the comments, and I agree, Barry and Tessa, it is a good song. I like the words. Yes. And was I at Tullinmorn a couple of years ago? Folk on the Farm. Yeah, I've been to it most years. It's happened either punting or playing or one thing or another. So probably yes. Oh, I've got a retune to do. Just remembered. could have been talking whilst doing that. And thanks, Rod. So this is the last one of the 35-minute set. And I think we're just about on track for that, so that's all good. So these are 2 waltzes. Written by Mr. Chris Lee from Full House. Wonderful man of many talents, annoyingly many talents, and it's 2 tunes that I've been probably listening to since I was born at Chester Folk Festival, and I've always liked them. The first one is now these might not be in order, but the 2 tunes are Chippy Minton's Waltz and The Southern Belle, and they're quite, they're just quite jolly little happy tunes, really. So these are Chris Lee's waltzes. some really, really lovely songs in that last section. Lovely to hear. So yeah, we're going to do just two to finish the night off, I think. This is a song written by Chris Wood, and it's a song that I find an awful lot of meaning in. It's sort of helps deal with life in a way. People will take different things from it, but I think the important message is that we have to appreciate what's happening right now, rather than preoccupying ourselves entirely with what might happen after this life. So I think it's a really good song called "Come Down Jehovah" by Chris Wood. Come down from your mountain, Jehovah. My neck is terribly stiff. Hitch up your robes and your raiment, Jehovah. Climb down to the foot of your cliff and drink from the stream that was always beneath you. Drink from our wonderful font, 'cause paradise is right here on earth, Jehovah. What more could we possibly want? Come down and talk amongst friends, Jehovah. Come down and be at your ease. Walk through the woods and the valleys, Jehovah, and sail upon glistening seas. Pass on what you've learned to the children, Jehovah, and listen to what they have to say. They say paradise is right here on earth, Jehovah, not tomorrow, but right now, today. And devil, come up from your fiery furnace, come up and show us your face. There's nothing you can teach us of evil or hatred that we don't have right here in this place. There is nothing so evil as man in his mischief, nothing so lost or insane. And bring your demons up too, so we'll know it's not you, but it's us who must carry the blame. And it's us who must live with the shame. Come down from your mountain, Jehovah. Come down and be with us here. Heaven and hell and the life ever after, it's such a beguiling idea. But our spell on this earth is much richer, Jehovah, richer than you'll ever know. For when it comes time to leave it behind, we'll just close our eyes and let go. If we've done our best, we'll be ready for a rest. We'll just close our eyes and let go. Hey, so so that was by Chris Wood. So that means I've got one last tune for you. So before I do it, thank you very much to Steve for hosting the night, and to Pete for getting in touch about coming along to do a sort of guest spot here. It's been good to do a live thing again. It's been a while, so and yeah, lovely to hear everyone as well. And hopefully it won't be too long before I see everyone in real 3D space, in a cozy little room somewhere. So this is a tune that I heard up in Ullapool when I just before, the autumn before COVID. I went up to the Ullapool Guitar Festival, which is a wonderful. It's not a big thing, but it's just an incredible concentration of bizarrely good guitarists like John Smith, Clive Carroll, Tristan Schumann, and of course Roger Bucknell, the man of File Guitars. So yeah, really cool. Anyone that's mad about guitars should go at some point. But when I was there, I was in a session in a pub called The Arch. Fantastic session, as you'd expect. And heard this tune from a girl called Myra Green. I believe it was written by Joan MacDonald Boys, or Bowes, who was a Cape Breton fiddler, I believe. Anyway, it's called The Sweetness of Mary. So thank you very much, and yeah, good night, and hopefully see you somewhere soon. Got one more?
Can you do one more for us, Ben, please?
Can do if you want.
Thank you.
A song I definitely did not prepare at all. Didn't have anything planned. Yeah, right. Nice lively one to finish on then. It's a song by Steve Knightley, show of hands, that I'm sure you'll all know. There's a bit of a refrain if you want to sing along at home. It's I got a long dog, I am a poacher at the end of each verse, apart from the weird bit in the middle. So yeah, thank you very much, and this is Long Dog. Red brick cottage at the edge of the woods, cars and cages all around. At the back in a lean-to shed, that's where my long dog's found. Got a four-wheel pickup and a shotgun, never bought a meal in my life. I go shopping with a lamp and a knife. Got a long dog, I am a poacher. Out working in the fields one night, on another man's land. The boys in blue, they watched me leave, sack full of rabbits in hand. Early next day they followed me down to a shop in the middle of the square. Sold a brace of pheasants, a rabbit and a hare. Got a long dog, I am a poacher. One thing a poor man needs, a lean and a long dog built for speed. I was in the woods of the town, JP, county called Couldn't Got a long dog, we got a poacher. I've done time and now I'm on the street, spotter in my head, lighter on my feet. When those boys are out on the beat, I'm gonna catch what I'm gonna eat. Got a long dog, I am a poacher. I got 3 months and a big fat fine, and I'm not naming names, but half this town's had a real good time living off a long dog's game. Red brick cottage at the edge of the woods, cars and cages all around, waiting each day till the night comes around. Are the long dog and the poacher. Thank you very much.